So you're thinking about moving to Meridian, Idaho, and you're pretty certain you want to be in a newly constructed home in an awesome up-and-coming community. Well then, today's video is for you. Join me as I tour you through the top 5 new construction communities that we are seeing being built right here in Idaho's fastest growing suburb, Meridian. Not only will we be showing you an on-the-ground look and touring you through all of them, as we go, we'll be sharing what people love, but also highlight why they might or might not be a fit for you. Because, well, here's the deal, right? There is no place that's perfect for everyone, but you're watching this video because you're looking for some help on honing in on a community that will check all of your boxes. And don't worry, we are not hopping on that trend that we've lately seen so many other YouTubing realtors going with, where they don't tell you the names of the communities, they kind of force you to call them to find out.
Good, because
That's annoying. I'm annoyed.
So yep, ultimately, by the end of this video, not only will you have a solid understanding of which of these new communities will be a good fit for you, you'll also know which you can cross off your list altogether. And then real fast, if this is your first time visiting our channel and you're looking to learn everything there is to know about what it's really like living, eating, raising a family, working, just really doing all the things right here in the Treasure Valley, well then this channel is for you. So please take 2 seconds to hit that little subscribe button so we can stay in touch and you can see future videos when we post them. Okay, so first up, let's take you through a new community in North Meridian called Lincoln Creek. And first things first, let's pull up a map so you can see exactly where this new neighborhood is situated. As you can see here, Lincoln Creek is tucked into Northwest Meridian, roughly between McMillan Road and Star Road, with Ustick to the south. And conveniently, this community is super close to Owyhee High School, as well as Costco, Walmart, Winco, and well, all of those. So when you drive into Lincoln Creek, one of the most noted, or rather first to be called out aspects of the community is that it has an awesome clubhouse and pool area that you see right when you pull into the community. I would dare say it's currently among the very best community clubhouses and pools in the new construction communities that we're seeing across Meridian. And then the builder here, Biltmore Homes, is well regarded and they have some super cool and I'd also say just unique floor plans. And some that just differ from other builders, such as this one with this great vaulted upstairs bonus room along with a vaulted junior suite. A lot of their homes here surprise people when we tour them through them because, well, there are multiple reasons behind that, but a big part of it is that many of the images they have listed online are almost all computer generated. So that can of course make wrapping your head around the real vibe and feel and look of a home, well, pretty difficult.
well, that was not at all what I expected.
I look better online.
Another thing that's unique about this community, especially when it comes to the other new construction communities that are popping up across Meridian, is its emphasis on quote-unquote new American home style, with a mix of front load and alley load, so homes with garages in the back of the home designs. Lot sizes here vary a bit, but the majority are on what most would consider the smaller size, or at least I certainly would. But people's take on lot sizes is always relative and just comes down to where they're coming from and therefore what they're comparing it to, right? Overall though, you could expect to be looking at either a more lock and leave size lot, most of which have those alley load garages, and those would be on about 1/10 of an acre, so about 4,400 square feet. And then the biggest lots here are about 1/5 of an acre, so about 8,800 square feet. And then size-wise, Lincoln Creek covers over 5.5 acres and once built out will include about 150 single-family home sites, which are being built out in 3 phases. So why are some of our current clients flipping out over Lincoln Creek? Or put another way, why would you choose to make this community your home? If you're looking for a beautiful home with a great layout on a lower maintenance lot and one that is tucked into a community with a variety of home types and styles, so both alley load and front load garages and some with just incredible upstairs bonus rooms and guest suites, and you want to be just minutes from restaurants, grocery stores, parks, and schools. And then if the thought of living in a community with an awesome community pool and clubhouse, and one that even is complete with a dog grooming station, well, if those all appeal to you, then Lincoln Creek could very well be just the community for you. If, however, you want a larger lot, say you're a huge gardener, or maybe you want to put in your own private pool, or perhaps you don't think that you want to be that close to Highway 16, which is currently under construction just to the east of the community. Well, maybe the thought of having that major highway nearby doesn't strike you as convenient, but instead just makes you think of traffic. Well then, Lincoln Creek probably isn't going to be your cup of tea.
Roger that.
Next up, let's cruise just about 2.5 miles to the northwest to check out StarPointe. This new community is located just to the west of Star Road with Chinden Boulevard to the south, and then its sister community, Inspirato, which is another community that I will feature another day. It's right across Star Road to the east. So when we drive people into StarPointe, the initial homes you see up on the community's premier ridge and, well, the view lots, those view lots are nothing short of impressive. The lot premiums of the homes on this ridge run anywhere between $500,000 to $700,000, and that's just for the lot. And many of the builders here who built or are continuing to build, well, many of them are among what many industry insiders would deem as being the best of the best here across our valley, such as Tradewinds, Legacy Homes, Iron Oak, and Shadow Mountain. That all said, the majority of the homes in this community are not on this ridge with those unobstructed views. And as such, they also do not come at the $2 to $3 million price point. So as you can see here, just across the street from those luxury homes with incredible views, there are some other beautiful, but a bit more modest in comparison anyhow, homes. The homes tucked more into the center of the community, so just not on that ridge, they currently range anywhere from between $680,000 to just under $1 million. If, however, you are watching this video down the road, maybe it's 6 months from the time we push this live, or even 3 years in the future, and you want to know what the current average sales price is for this community or any of the communities that I will feature in today's video, please post a comment down below and I'd be happy to get you those updated numbers.
Gee, thanks, Marcie.
Okay, so back to StarPointe. In addition to just the overall upscale feel and vibe of this community, being this far to the northwest of Meridian means you are a bit further out from Central Meridian's densest amenities and conveniences. And as such, it's just a quieter location. So there's definite give and take there. And well, it's still close enough that commuting into Boise or Meridian isn't very difficult. And then Star is just to its north, which if you are curious to learn more about Star, we have a full video in which we tour you through its new communities too, which I will post a link to in the description for you to check out later. And then builder-wise, in addition to the full custom luxury builders I mentioned previously, StarPointe is being built out by other well-regarded builders here, such as Pacific Lifestyle Homes, Riverwood, Schroeder, and Ted Mason. Lot sizes here are, for the most part, well, they're bigger than the community that we just left for sure, so in Lincoln Creek, ranging from about 0.18 of an acre, so 7,800 square feet, and up to just over half an acre, so about 22,000 square feet. And then in regard to home sizes, the vast majority of homes here are between 2,500 and 3,800 square feet. And then amenity-wise, StarPointe has a community pool that was just completed this year, along with a park area and various walking trails and paths. But really, the amenities here aren't super robust. But, well, that's not always a bad thing, right? Not everybody wants to be in a community with multiple community swimming pools, golfing, and sports courts, and all of that, right? Because, yeah, if you're not going to be using all of those on the regular, usually most people don't want to be paying an HOA fee that includes them. Okay, so why might you want to choose StarPointe? If you prefer to be a little bit off the beaten path in a more peaceful community with a little less of the hustle and bustle and commercial activity that you find across most of the rest of North Meridian, and well, if mountain views are important to you, StarPointe might be a great choice. However, if the thought of being in an area that is, while it's quiet now, it is growing very, very quickly, and if so, having construction around you for the next several years, that's going to drive you bonkers, well then StarPointe might not be the one.
You see things differently.
That's true. That is true.
Okay, so now let's cruise down to South Meridian, and this one is way south. It's actually right on the border of Meridian and Kuna. Here we are checking out Toll Brothers' Paloma Ridge community. So there's Linder Road to the west and Columbia Road to its north, and then Hubbard to the south. Their floor plans here start around the 1,400 square foot mark and then go all the way past 3,400 square feet, with anywhere between 3 to 6 bedrooms and usually 2 to 5 bathrooms, just depending on the floor plan. As for lot sizes, most of the homes in this community are situated on lots that are right around about 1/5 of an acre, with some lots being big enough for RV bays. So those lots are anywhere between 1/3 to almost a full half of an acre. Full half of an acre, that didn't make much sense. To almost half an acre is what I should have said. And then once complete, this 113-acre community will be home to right around 350 home sites. Amenity-wise, they've got a great community swimming pool, playground area, pickleball, and various open shared spaces, all with views of the mountains. They've also got winding walking paths and trails throughout the community, along with a paved trail that runs along the canal and laterally around, so bordering the entire community. Paloma Ridge might be a strong fit for people who want a modern turnkey home with nice amenities. You'll get access to a pool, playground, trails, green space, as well as walking paths and, of course, landscape surroundings and mountain views. The home sizes here are still generous, and since Toll is a semi-custom builder here, you've got some flexibility and options on both home size and style. The lots are suburban in scale, not huge, but also not microscopic, allowing for manageable yard care while still giving you some outdoor space and recreation. Also, the location here is appealing. You're close enough to Meridian and Boise for shopping, dining, and services, yet the ridge setting and surrounding open land provide a more rural and peaceful feeling. On the flip side, Paloma Ridge might not suit someone who wants a larger yard, because most of the homes here are situated on smaller, so easy to maintain, but definitely smaller lots. And while this community is in Meridian, it is actually zoned for the Kuna School District. So if you have school-aged kiddos, that's a factor that you will definitely want to have on your radar. Oh, and just in case you were thinking about heading out to scout any of these new communities on your own, for which first, kudos to you, go for it. But second, if you go into any of their sales offices, which with all Toll Brothers communities, you will pretty much have to do if you don't have an agent with you and you actually want to see the homes, well, please do yourself a favor and be sure you tell them that you have an agent. And that's true if you decide to work with me and my husband Andy, or with another team altogether. Because if you don't, their corporate powers that be, well, they will pretty much try to make you go through the sales process without your own agent and representation. Which, well, is never ever in your best interest. Because yes, while the sales reps that you will meet are great, they are also Toll's sales reps. They are there for their builder and, well, who is their employer and pays their bills. So yeah, be sure to tell them that you have your agent so that it won't be an issue if you ultimately decide you want to buy one of their homes down the road.
Hey, do you have an agent?
Yes, nailed it.
Okay, so now let's head to the northeast of Paloma Ridge over to Pinnacle. Tucked into Southeast Meridian, this one is tucked into what is deemed as being the So-Me district, a little combo on South and Meridian. Cute, right?
I see what you did there.
Pinnacle is cool because it pretty much surrounds Discovery Park, which is a fantastic 64-acre park and one of my boys' absolute favorites for dirt biking, RC plane flying, ninja obstacle course shenanigans, really just all of the things. And well, just in general, Pinnacle often takes people completely by surprise, and that's really for several reasons. First, the builders here build beautiful homes. Both James Clyde and Alturas build homes that really almost always impress, and that's true in this community where the home prices currently range anywhere from between $490,000 on to up to about $950,000. And then that is also true of their homes up in Cartwright Ranch, where they're typically at the $1.5 million and up mark. Yep, they build beautiful homes. And then the sheer size of Pinnacle usually surprises people. It's already a massive community, but well, it's just gonna continue to get bigger. Covering over 800 acres, once complete, it will have more than 2,000 homes, along with a large commercial center and apparently even a Costco. And well, as we all know, once Costco moves into an area, well, a lot of other shops, restaurants, and conveniences tend to show up, right? So it will someday have quite a lot of commercial activity very nearby. And then, well, in anticipation of all of that upcoming growth, they even have their own new fire station. And then they've also got 2 community pools, walking paths, a community center, an amphitheater, which is great for markets and fairs. And then it's also just a great spot for rotating food trucks. What's more, they've got a 24-hour accessible library right there, and apparently will have what is being deemed as a community borrowing center, which I guess will essentially allow residents to borrow various outdoor gear like tents and paddle boards.
Are you outdoorsy, Harry?
Yes.
So that way you can try those things before buying them, right? Because I can't tell you how many people move to Idaho, buy the toys, use them one summer, and then end up selling them the next summer. So yeah, rent, or not rent, borrow first.
I like the sound of that.
And then they will also apparently have cooking classes as well as business classes and even some dancing classes. So yeah, not exactly your typical library, is it? All in all, Pinnacle is a pretty exciting and up-and-coming community that's really going to be a big contributor to rounding out the south end of Meridian. So if you prefer a larger master plan community with long-term planning and, well, you want to pick your phase, location, or lot as things progress, Pinnacle offers that flexibility. But if living in a busy, bustling area that will be continuing to see construction and development over the next decade or so, well, if you are listening to me say that and you're just thinking noise, 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 well then it's probably not going to be the one for you.
That sounds terrible.
Different strokes.
Okay, so now let's shift gears and check out a quieter and significantly smaller community to the northwest of Pinnacle called Shafer View Terrace. As you can see here, Shafer View is located to the north of Lake Hazel and to the east of Meridian Road. And then two things I love about this community. Well, first up, a number of the homes here have gorgeous views of the Boise mountain range and valley. And then second, there is a wide variety of builders in this small community. And well, they all build gorgeous homes inside and out. And I personally, well, I love having that variety in a community, so it isn't as cookie cutter as some of the communities that maybe just have one or even two or three builders. And then lot and space-wise, the lots in this community are also on the larger size, with most being over 1/4 of an acre, with a few even being over 1/2 an acre. And then amenity-wise, well, they've got a community playground area along with walking paths, pickleball courts, and a gazebo picnic area. They do not, however, have a pool. And then just so you know, this is by far the smallest community that I am covering today. And well, the remaining lots are limited and they're going fast. So if this is one that interests you, please jot down our number and give us a call. We'd love to help you check it out. And when I say we, I mean my husband Andy and I. We're a husband and wife team and just a package deal from the beginning to the end, which many of our clients tell us is something that they love about working with us, like this one, and well, just all of these fabulous people and clients turn friends.
You guys have the best clients.
It's true.
It's true.
Okay, so back to Shafer View Terrace. Another one of this community's selling points is its quick access to Meridian Road, which is one of our major north-south corridors here. And then while it's tucked into a small area, it's also well positioned for great and easy access to all of Southwest Meridian's upcoming retail services and schools. Right now, the south end of Meridian is, well, really booming, with new developments like the district at 10 Mile, which is currently being touted as being the Village 2.0, and then everything that I just covered happening over in Pinnacle too. Yep, the whole area is really poised to transform the area into really a pretty vibrant economic hub. So if you choose to make South Meridian your home, you could most likely expect to see some strong appreciation over the years to come as the community continues to evolve and attract more businesses and, of course, residents. And then home style wise, many of the homes here are designed with modern living in mind, with features like open concept layouts with vaulted ceilings and oversized windows, gourmet kitchens with wraparound counters, beautiful butler's pantries, and of course, huge RV garages. And then size-wise, they range anywhere from between 2,200 square feet up to nearly 4,000 square feet. And again, if mountain views are your thing, then this is definitely going to be one that you're going to want to check out.
It's a better view. That is a sweet view.
If you're considering making a move to Meridian, we sure hope this video helped give you a look into some of our new construction communities here. If you have any other questions that I didn't address in this video, or if you'd like to know more about any of the communities I did feature, or maybe those that I didn't, please take 2 seconds to post a comment down in the comment section, and I would be more than happy to elaborate. My very laid back and incredibly low pressure, but also highly dedicated and proven team. Again, it's me, my husband Andy. We're here and just ready to help in any way we can. Or if maybe you aren't quite ready to hop on the phone with a realtor yet, I get it, no worries. We have a completely free, no strings attached relocation guide. Here's a physical version that you can download and just peruse through at your leisure. It's just packed with useful information that will hopefully be beneficial for you. So I will put a link to this in the description of this video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.